Well, ladies and gentlemen, well, now we have this. We have to where Ben & Jerry's has to go out as an ice cream company, become political, and say that we should shut up and donate all of our land. Yes, let's donate all of our land to people that, that had it before, have millions upon millions of people go homeless because, that's the right thing to do. You know what? Last time I checked is that we didn't choose to be born on a place where we're at, right? It's the same thing whereas the Roman Empire, people were not chosen to be born in a place that we were taking over many places. Same thing as they shouldn't be forced to give up their land or anything of that matter because, the mere fact is that they own it and they need a place to live. So therefore it's being taken over is completely insanity. And what's worse, that they did this on July 4th, no less. What bastards. Anyway, what we have here is that we have this of 4th of July. It's high time we recognize that the U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it. Learn more and take action now. And this is the insanity that is what we have Ben & Jerry's ice cream. People love and ice cream. Yeah, well, now people don't like you. I can't wait to see how bad your actual ice cream sales start to do when, I don't know, you start to lose money after this whole point. Now, this got 22.4 million views, and it seems that their so-called tweets, it seems like they have been ratio to all hell. Because by the looks of it, it looks like it has 10,000 likes, but 41,000 messages. There are comments. And they're not doing too well. What we have here is that Ben & Jerry's slammed on 4th of July after shaming Americans for existing on stolen land. Ben & Jerry's got destroyed on Twitter over an Independence Day message claiming that the U.S. should give back our land to the indigenous people who were here before us, or maybe to the indigenous people who were here before them. It's not entirely clear, but what's apparent was that the Twitterati were having none of it, and it made their woke sentiment absolutely laughable, if it wasn't already incredibly stupid and pandering. Ben & Jerry's, which also opposes Israeli sovereignty, suggested that the U.S. start by giving back Mount Rushmore and South Dakota's Black Hills. Notably, they did not start with Vermont, where the Algonquin-speaking Abenaki lived as part of the Wabanaki Confederacy. Their myths and legends were collected by white anthropologists in the 1800s and otherwise would have been lost forever. But Ben & Jerry's poverty isn't ready to give up their own land, so instead they focus on South Dakota for the first give back. And for sure, there have been issues there, while in Vermont there would be hardly an Abenaki to live to give the land back to anyway. The U.S. government broke treaties with the Great Sioux Nation as tribes in the area were collectively known. Ben & Jerry states even though we're not supposed to use the word tribe anymore. Activists occupied Mount Rushmore and a suit was brought to the highest court awarding the $105 million in damages. The tribe didn't take it back in 1970 because back in the 1970s, activists had principles that they valued more than money. This is something Ben & Jerry's obviously aspires to. The indigenous-led land back movement the ice cream company tells us. It's all about restoring the rights and freedoms of indigenous people. It's about dismantling white supremacy and systems of oppression, and ensuring that indigenous people can again govern the land their communities call home for thousands of years. Twitter users lashed out. Absolutely not. This is absolutely stupid and pandering nonsense. What we have here is that we have the Quarter Ring saying that there are cow rapists. The Flash says donate your company to Native Americans then. Absolutely not. This is absolutely stupid and pandering nonsense. I go back and say this, that great, so when are you leaving the country? I'll personally donate to your departure from the country. Master of the TDS, look, we get your ice cream subs, but this outrage isn't going to make more people buy it. Spend more time perfecting your product, not your politics. Then we have the Critical Jigger, get back to selling overpriced frozen ice cream. And then we have John Rich saying, make Ben & Jerry's Bud Light again. We have more from these great people. You stole the milk from cows to make your ice cream. Checkmate. Just here for the Rachel you commie scroats. We have this. Sounds like it's time for Ben & Jerry to donate 100% of their profits to indigenous people. You'll learn ice cream. You're stealing milk from cows. Where is the justice for the cows? And then we have this. Shut down and donate all of your land to indigenous people. And we have more that saying that a Twitter user wrote, okay, you start your regulation your headquarters. Another road that should be easy then. Shut down and donate all your land facilities and assets to indigenous people. Yes, so what we're going to say here, Ben and Jerry's, is that your entire stupidity of it all is insanity, right? So we have this, that the 2000 acquisition agreement between Unilever and Ben & Jerry's gave the ice cream maker autonomy to continue its progressive social mission independently of business decisions made by its parent. That agreement was so unique that Richard Goldstein, then group president of Unilever North American Foods, said, I never did another deal that was remotely like it, according to the suit. Unilever has itself dipped its toe into progressive issues. So, yeah, but, we have more into this as well that says in 2020 and announced that it was for a more inclusive vision of beauty in its skincare products and will remove words such as fair, whitening, and lightening from its products. Yeah, because apologies seems to be the greatness of it all. So yeah, we know that the Ben and Jerry's is an idiot of all kinds, and I'm pretty sure that all of you that are watching my channel and the fact that you guys wanted to, so-called, be living in, you would, like to lose your homes and give up all your entire land to people that you don't know, so that way you could be homeless. That's pretty much what Ben & Jerry's is saying. We have more on this exactly as well, that in April, Ben & Jerry's said it supported the decision by workers in one of its stores to unionize. Last month, the company announced its plan to stop buying ads on Twitter because the platform had become dangerous under Elon Musk's stewardship. This week's controversial tweet linked to a post on the company's website explaining why America should start with Mount Rushmore and how they hope to support a movement that would dismantle white supremacy and sense of oppression. The 4th of July. Who doesn't love a good parade, some tastes of barbecue, and a stirring fireworks display? The only problem with all that, though, is that they can distract from an essential truth about this nation's birth. The U.S. was founded on stolen indigenous land, they wrote. Yeah, well, unfortunately, there is a lot of countries that happen to this. A lot of the Romes, the Alexander the Great, etc. These people were people that that took over land, made some of the countries that they are today. By the way, it happens. It goes to forth to say that this is a constant thing that happens throughout our years as people. Now, obviously, we want to try to prevent this as much as possible in current day, but this happened a lot down to, I would say, even to the Vikings, the Nords, etc. All these people did some conquering and controlling. There was what also called, grape and pillaging going on a lot. Because, that's what happened back in those days. But that does not mean we force people to give up their land or their right to be able to stay at home because of other people. It is what it is. It happened when it happened, and we should not force people to give up their land for others. It completely is asinine. Ben & Jerry's, what are you going to do when your sales starts to collapse? Because I don't see this going to go too well for you. I think it's going to be a horrible negative for you all, and I can't wait to see what happens to you guys and your actual amount of land, or not land, but your income when you spout this insanity. By the way, I also think that you, as I was spout as well from everybody else, please, by all means, sell your land, give it to other people, and all your profits, by the way, yes, please, give it to all the people that you so far tout to, because obviously they need the money more than you. Alright guys, like, subscribe, share, as always, take care.